Good day, everyone. I am Clarissa May Arias, BSN Shri Irregular. So, for today, I'm going to share my thoughts about compassion and the environment and the communal discernment of making PU a safer and a compassionate place. So, compassion for me is about not having feel pity or sympathy in ourselves or other people, but on how we help and understand them. Um, Compassion is a genuine, like for example, you're going to see happy people or the joy of their having progress in their life, and also on how to deal with their weaknesses. Like for example, compassion is also to understand more, deepen other people about their pain, about their struggles, not just about joyous or other achievement in life, but also in our downfall. So, compassion help us to understand is what other what other person is like. How can we connect them, or how can we build a rapport to them? And compassion help us um, connecting our own hearts or our own thinking. It's a bridge that can we can connect it, like we like for example our friends. It's not just another person, but it's our friends that we are we're um we are what you call this about we with through ups and downs, but of course they have their own life, they have their own struggles in life that we must also understand them, the way they speak, the way they behavior to other people, to us. And it's about having to help them to cope up, to help them to feel alive, or to feel they are not alone. And compassion in our environment, for me as a nursing student, no, as a nursing student, we are able, we are capable of helping others, not just physically, mentally, but also spiritually. So in the environment, for example, me as a nursing student, I love shade. I love nature. I love any shades of green and blue. That's why every time I see um, green, or every time I go outside, I feel like it makes me calm. It makes me feel safe. It makes me feel um, just calm and relaxed like that. And I just love seeing them, the skies, the trees, the plants. And one more thing, I am a love plants. I have many plants here, with also my older brother who loves plants. Since then, when I was a kid, we we have lots of trees and plants. So back to my um thoughts of compassion in the environment. For me, as a, a medical field, or I'm a future a nurse. Um, in the environment, we were going to start in our community, our barangay. So, or we're going to start in our home. For example, in our home, it's my compassion to make my parents or my family safe, and you know love to take care of them first before others. Like for example, many people say that many people say that we should take care of ourselves first before we take care of others. But yes, that's true, but sometimes we're going to, mostly our Filipino um, things that we should place for should always our family come first before us. So in the environment, of course, I always telling them, especially now in the rainy days, that there's lots of diseases that can occur, uh, not just in the hospital but in our community. And one of those is diseases are the dengue and the leptospirosis that are really um, very uh, in rainy seasons. So um, I always told them that first we're going to see in any places if there is lots of um, we have containers or any wheels that are open that can build some waters. So that's it. And then we're going to I'm going to also to tell them on how to prevent this kind of diseases by always if uh if the foots or the feet are get wet by the rain, always uh make it uh um always to clean it with soap and water. And then of course in the community, as a nursing student, we are also priority our community, not just in our home but in our community, that we also give them some advices. And then of course uh, advices, and then preventions to make a better place um, uh, for our community. Likewise, for our home, in our home, we also do cleanup drive. Everyone knows cleanup drive because we always do that in any courses that we take. And of course, it's the first prevention in our community to do. And also, and um, in the community, of course, our compassion is to help others. It's to prevent diseases, illnesses that may occur, especially in rainy days. So it is to help others to deepen their understanding on how to take care of themselves, not just to community, but to know themselves more and how to prevent other illnesses that may occur in the future. So yeah, in compassion in myself, compassion on how to help others to understand them more. And then in my communal discernment and how people, how we're as a student in a community in uh, Pan Pacific University, we are able to Pan Pacific University able to teach us on how we be as what we dream of. Like for example, they build us, teach us, we learn more from them, and that makes us the that makes us on how we deal in the real life situation. For example, in my course in nursing, um, all of my clinical instructors and deans are able to help us to gain knowledge, skills, and everything we need to make uh, to build compassion on how we trust ourselves and to trust our instinct to help others, not just to trust to build rapport from them, but also to trust ourselves that we can do better, we can do or we can give them the better um, interventions that we need or we learn from our clinical instructors. And that us make PU really help us to mold ourselves to give the best in our chosen course in the real life situation, and that makes the better place, a compassionate place to be with. And for me, compassion is not just about to help and to understand people, but it also the connection we are having. Of course, getting to know other person is a connection that we build in trust, a bridge that um, building a bridge builds rapport and trust in one another. So compassion is about understanding ourselves and also understanding other person. That makes sense that we can, like what I've said earlier, that you should take care yourself first before others. That's why you need to understand more of yourself to make other people to make understand other people, because our nowadays our mentality is like what we see or what we heard is like we just we just accept it. We just it's okay that, oh, I just heard it, or I just know that it is like that. So we just need to understand more in our reality, our um world we are. So yeah, that's compassion for me. Thank you for your time for watching, and hope you like it or understand it. Thank you.